mother who faced the death penalty for charges related to her Christian faith is out of Pakistan. Government officials say Asia Bibi is now in Canada. Bibi spent 8 years on death row for blasphemy charges. When Pakistan's Supreme Court overturned her conviction last year, radical Islamic groups rioted and threatened to kill her. She was placed in protective custody until her departure on Wednesday. Joining us from London is Wilson Chowdhury. He's chairman of the British Pakistani Christians Association. Wilson, thanks so much for being here. How are Christians in Pakistan reacting to this news of Asia Bibi's exit from the country? And it has been long time coming, right?
Oh, indeed. Well, this has been an almost 10-year struggle to free Asia Bibi. Pakistani Christians in the homeland are rejoicing. So are Pakistani Christian diasporas across the globe. I can imagine even in Canada and America, they're rejoicing now. I know that Sunday will be a time where Pakistani Christian churches across the globe will be saying prayers for Asia Bibi as we pray for a safer, stronger, more integral family life future for Asia Bibi.
I'm curious, Wilson, why did it take so long after her acquittal for Pakistan to announce she is free to go?
Well, the judiciary in Pakistan is not independent of the government or the army. The army has much sway over the government in many ways, and it's believed, and I've been told this by officials, that the Pakistani military were the ones who were preventing Asia Bibi from leaving, fearful of the painful truth that she would reveal to the world's media. That would embarrass the country of Pakistan. The government had caved in a while ago and had been seeking a quick exit for Asia Bibi. There's been a lot of international pressure or calling for freedom for Asia Bibi. The American government, the British government have been involved in the diplomacy, and so have the Canadian government, of course, who have offered asylum to Asia Bibi. So this was always going to happen, but obviously for whatever intents and purposes the government had, they were trying to get contracts in place or some type of verbal agreement stating that Asia Bibi would not reveal too much to the media.
Usually militant Muslims riot and react violently when someone is freed on blasphemy charges. Any indication of how they are reacting right now?
Well, the litmus paper test will be on Friday when you have Islamic prayers, because that's when the imams get a real chance to foment hatred against the Christian minority and others who they hate simply because of the exit of Asia Bibi. However, it should be stated that 3,500 of the extremist leaders who lead groups like Tehreek-e-Labak and the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Taliban, etc., have been arrested and are still detained under the auspices of the Pakistani government or the prison service, for want of better words. Now, I mean, all I can say is it's very hard to know what will happen, but if we go back to the petition submitted by Tehreek-e-Labak calling for the quashing of Asia Bibi's acquittal, after she successfully defended her exoneration, there was an expectation that we'd have the same level of rioting as we did when she was acquitted in the Supreme Court, but it didn't happen because those leaders had been arrested. In my opinion, I don't think we'll have the same level of riots that brought the country to a standstill, simply because the leadership isn't there. However, we don't know what these imams plan, and anything could happen. Friday will be the date we really find out what's happening.
Yeah, Wilson, we have less than 30 seconds here. Real quickly, what should our viewers do at this point now that Asia is safe with her family?
But the viewers need to be praying. They need to pray for a stronger, stable future for this woman, for healing, for the mental torture she suffered for these 9.5 years incarcerated in isolation.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. Wilson Chowdhury, chairman of the British Pakistani Christians Association. Thanks for joining us. Today on the CBN News Daily Rundown podcast with my colleague Caitlin Burke, CBN Chief International Correspondent Gary Lane shares his knowledge of Bibi's case and explains why Pakistan's so-called blasphemy laws, very controversial and also very dangerous. You can find that at cbnnews.com on the show tab. Click on its title to listen and subscribe.